In this video, I'm going to show you how Alex makes 1 million per month. I'm going to show you his entire Instagram strategy, his entire YouTube strategy, his VSL funnel, his webinar funnel, and the exact email sequence that he used to pre-handle most of the objections before the sales call to close the most pre-sold clients on command. If you sell any kind of high ticket offer or you have a coaching business, this is the most important video that you'll ever watch. So let's start with understanding that what makes somebody go from a total stranger to becoming a viewer to a lead to an appointment to a close, right? So what makes people buy, right? Because if you understand that, if you understand what makes somebody buy, you can install those components, those parts in your business or your offer, and you can start making money. So this is exactly what I learned from Iman Ghazi. So what I'm about to share is not a bullshit, it's not some fluff. It is used by Iman to make millions of dollars. He has sold like multi-millions of dollars of worth of information. So it works, okay, and it's credible, right? So it is like you have to install these four beliefs for somebody to buy from you, right? So whether you are selling a $10 ebook or a $20,000 program, you have to install these four beliefs in them, in the mind of your customers, to make them purchase from you. And these four beliefs are, uh, they must believe in the model, they must believe that they can do it, and they must believe that you have the right solution, and they must believe that it will work for their specific situation. And the even if the one of them one of the belief is missing, they won't buy, right? Because there is a gap missing, and that gap will allow them to raise objections, and those objections will not gonna help you to make money. Your goal as a marketer is to install these four beliefs and make sure that every single thing that you're putting out in your marketing install these beliefs, right? So what you can do is you can ask yourself these four questions, and if any of them answers no, then you have to rethink and you have to think that how can I install these four beliefs through my marketing, right? So the first one is, does your marketing makes them believe the model? So does your YouTube content, your reels, your emails, or whatever kind of messaging you're putting out there, does it make them believe that your model works? Whether that's training, whether that's drop shipping, whether that's AI ecom, whether that's branded drop shipping, whatever that is, right? Does it make them believe in the model? If no, rethink and think how you can make them believe the model, right? And then, does it make them believe that they can do it? So if you're positioning your model as extremely hard, and it has a very high resistance for anyone to start with that model, then it's gonna be very hard time for anyone to start with that model. So what you have to do is you have to make your offer or make your model as beginner friendly as possible. And then we have, does it make them trust you? So are you the credible person to basically talk about this model, right? So if you are a trader or you are selling a course on trading, have you made money in trading, right? Have you made six figures in trading? Are you credible to talk about trading in the first place? If no, you have to rethink, and you have to think for ways to generate proof, right? Because people are skeptical and they don't want to spend money on fluff, on bullshit. They have been sold false claims and they hate claims. So if you have no proof to back up your claims, then it is a shallow claim and it won't make you money. And the last one we have, does it make them believe that it'll work for their specific situation? So every single ICP of yours are stuck, either in a job or a college or a business that's not working, or some kind of situation, right? So everyone is different. And what you have to do is you have to prove them that your solution works for them wherever they are, right? Whether they are in college or school or job, it works for them. If you can prove that, they will buy. And the bottom line is you have to make sure that you install these four beliefs throughout your marketing for somebody to buy, right? Whether you're running a VSL funnel or a webinar funnel or a challenge funnel, whatever you're running, these four beliefs will help you make money on steroids. Okay. And that is exactly how Alex makes money. and I'm gonna show you his Instagram strategy that he used. Okay, so on Instagram he has almost 1.5 million followers, and in the first line of the bio he simply says what he does, and in the bio we have a link to his VSL funnel, which I'll get to it in a second. And on his highlights he is simply doing three things. He is building proof, he is showing the trading stuff, and he is showing the lifestyle. So thing is that when you start watching Alex as a stranger, you know nothing about trading and you don't know nothing about Alex, you start to scroll these reels, these reels and these highlights, and you start to think that what kind of business model that this dude is running that makes him this much money, right? Like what is that, right? And then what starts to happen is you start to basically look for ways that he use, like you look for sources that he makes money, you start to explore how he makes money, and then you come to the conclusion that he makes money with trading, right? So Alex is already showing the lifestyle, the rich lifestyle, and you start to link trading to that rich lifestyle. That if you want to live a good rich lifestyle, a luxury life, then trading might be a option, a business model that can help you get there. And since he is already showing you the proof that he is already making money with trading, you position in your mind Alex as a authority, that he is the go-to person to learn trading from. And that is exactly how marketing works. He shows the lifestyle, and then he shows the proof that he knows the trading, and then he shows the more proof that he has been able to live this lifestyle due to trading, right? And that's exactly what his highlights does. And then we have the reels, and he is posting mainly two kind of reels, right? The first one we have the rich lifestyle, and the second one we have the trading behind the scenes. So the majority of the reels are the rich lifestyle, just made for attention, just made to grab as many eyeballs as he can. And the whole goal of his like strategy is to basically generate a lot of eyeballs, like as many eyeballs as he humanly can, and then channel those eyeballs through his ecosystem, through his funnels. And the attention that he's getting right now, like these millions of eyeballs, like millions of views every single reel, right? So the attention that he's getting, it's not the best quality attention. It's not like the attention coming from business owners or entrepreneurs. This is the attention coming from the guys who are looking for ways to make money, the guys who are stuck in a college or a job, or people who are broke right now and they just want to make their first dollar. So they are looking these guys on internet, that how they're making money and how they can make money as well, right? So he what he does, he basically generate a lot of views on the top of funnel to have new people enter his ecosystem, right? And then once you scrolled enough reels with the rich lifestyle, you start to watch that he also does trading, and trading is the main source of income that he does. And then you start to explore that how can you do the same, how you can start the trading to live this kind of lifestyle yourself, right? So that's exactly the like the big picture of his behind the scenes of marketing. And his lifestyle reels makes people believe that trading is the model that works, because he is the living proof of that. And that, like, this is the first belief that is being installed. Like, he makes people believe that this model works by showing them the lifestyle that trading has given him, right? And then his trading reels make people believe to trust him, and which is our third belief, right? So he shows you the charts, the profits, and anything that makes you believe that he is the person in authority to learn trading from. So that is exactly what he does, right? So he generate a lot of eyeballs, top of funnel eyeballs, new traffic through the lifestyle reels, and then he channel that through his trading reels, and then to his funnels, right? So that is the exact strategy with Instagram. Now we are moving on to the YouTube, and on YouTube he has 1.24 million subscribers, And his strategy on YouTube is also simple. He's making two kind of videos. The first one, lifestyle vlogs. The second one, middle of funnel, which is basically niche trading videos, right? So again, the entire goal is to have new people enter his ecosystem through the vlogs. So people who know nothing about trading, but they are attracted to these kind of videos which are made for a broad audience, right? And once they are in, they start watching these kind of videos, right? Because people start to think that how he is living this rich lifestyle, and then they come to know that okay, trading is the vehicle that he's using to live this rich lifestyle. So they start to explore his videos about trading. And with time, within like few months, they go from a total stranger to a consistent viewer, to a loyal viewer. And then if they have the money, they will basically book an appointment, and if they want to work with him, they will simply start working with him. His vlogs makes people believe in the model, right? Because he is the living proof of that, and he has made millions. His niche content makes people believe to trust him because he has already made millions of dollars, so he can be trusted in this era, or in this business model. And his story makes people believe that it'll work for them because he went from broke to rich. So Alex went from broke to rich. So people who are broke, people who do not have money, they start to believe that okay, this might be the opportunity that I'm missing. And since he went from broke to rich, I might go from broke to rich as well, right? And then he positioned his content so even a total beginner can learn trading, which makes him believe that they can do it. So his videos are beginner friendly. So even if a stranger or a total beginner is starting out in trading, they can learn trading from scratch without having all of these complex terms, right? So he makes his content as extremely digestible as possible. Now we have the VSL funnel. So all of this traffic from Instagram and YouTube goes to this VSL funnel. And the whole goal of this VSL funnel is to basically make you watch this video. And if you have enough trust with Alex, and if you like him enough, you will simply fill up this form and schedule a call, right? And we have a simple headline, and then we have a sub headline, which is the same skill that helped over 6,000 students achieve consistent profit in less than 6 months. So you start to believe that okay, if this worked for 6,000 people, I can do that as well, right? So again, this is the belief shift that he's making, which is the second one, right? If 6,000 people can do it, I can do that as well, right? And then you simply watch this video, which is VSL, and then you simply fill up this form. And after filling up this form, you will have this on your screen, which simply says that one of his team members will reach out to you via text or call. And then he simply moves you to a low ticket a product, right? So this is a $97 low ticket product, and the goal is not to basically make money out of it, right? The goal is to basically make you invest in yourself with Alex, which is basically the step one of your relationship with Alex, right? So if you have trusted him with even $97 or even just $10, you have already given him money, right? And according to psychology, if you have given him money, there's a trust built, right? So next time if he's selling is some kind of high ticket or mid ticket product, it's easy for you to basically buy from him again because you have already given him money, right? So also, after this, once you fill up this form, you have a seller reach out to you by call. And if you are qualified, you can just simply book an appointment with closer, and you can start the mentorship. But if you are unqualified, you are simply told, and you can just wait until you are ready, right? So that's exactly what happens with the VSL funnel. Now we have the most sauce, which is the webinar funnel, which makes the most amount of money. And what he does is like he is already building a wait list, and he announced on the wait list that he's running this free master class, and he is about to reveal these secrets and all. And if you wanna like join, just click here and apply, right? And once you click here, you simply stumble upon this register page. right? So on the top we have a timer which is working as pushing urgency. So you have this FOMO of missing out, and you simply opt in as fast as you can. And then we have the date, again the time, a headline, a simple system a simple text that shows that he has some strategy that he used to basically go from broke to profitable trader. So he's revealing that strategy. And again, this is installing that belief that okay, if he went from broke to rich using this exact strategy, then this might be the sauce that I might be missing. So you basically opt in for this masterclass to access this strategy, right? So you simply click on this button and you simply register for the webinar, right? And then we have some expectations, like what will happen inside this training. And then we have who's this for section. So if you have these things, you are qualified, and if you have these things, you are not qualified. And then we have a story section, so how you went from broke to rich. And now we have the a simple call to action. And he also mentions the belief, and he basically handles the objection that this live masterclass is 100% free, but limited spots are available. So you have to move fast, right? So you simply click on this button and you simply register for the masterclass. And once you register, you get this on your screen. So on this video, he simply welcomes you that you have taken the first step, sets the expectations, and then tells you what's going to happen, right? And then we have the next steps to basically check our emails, add to the calendar, and show up ready, right? So that's exactly what happens, and that is all with the webinar funnel. Now we have the email sequence. So once you register, this email sequence will begin. And this is the email that is already being sent to the list, so it's done already. This is the email that you get once you register for the webinar, which is a welcome email. And then you get a personal email, then you get a case study email. And if you want to just read these emails and like steal the structure, you can just simply pause this video and read them and steal them. Like don't just copy them, but steal the structure, right? Like um now we have the former email. So he position the trading as a winning business model in 2026, and why it is the most profitable business model. And then we have a beginner mistake email. So he explains the most mistakes that beginners make and how they can avoid that, and how he's about to show you the solution on Wednesday. And then we have a advice from Alex email. So he simply tells you that the best traders in the world are not making the most trades, they are the one who are making the necessary trades and making them count, right? So it's a kind of belief install that he makes. And then we have the belief install email, which is simply that he tells you that trading is a skill and you'll get better at trading like any other skill, right? And then we have a call to action for his mentorship. So this is the email that goes straight to his VSL funnel, right? And then we have a case study email. So the case study emails are simply to install the belief that if this works for this guy, then it can work for me as well. So again, it's a belief install that he's making, right? Now we have a free gift. So before the webinar, he's giving you a free cheat sheet that you can access, and it's building a reciprocity feeling, right? So um if the free thing is so good, then you feel the need to return it back by just hopping on the webinar, even if you do not want to buy, right? So that's why you basically hop on that webinar, because you want to just return that favor and you don't want to keep the favor by having a free sheet. And that's why he does that. And then we have the reminder sequence that begins. So you get the reminder before 8 hours, then before 1 hour, then before 5 minutes, then before when he goes live, and then after 15 minutes, and then after 30 minutes. And once the webinar is finished, you get the scarcity emails. So he simply tells you that only 100 spots are left, and you have to join fast if you want. And then after a few hours, he tells you that only 20 spots are left, and join fast if you want to. And if you by any chance missed the webinar, you can just simply, you have this email which push the replay. So you can just simply watch the replay, and you can watch the entire thing, and you can click here and you know uh, become his customer, right? And again, he's pushing some scarcity here, right? So now, once let's say you want to be his customer, you click on this link that is like similar in all of these uh, emails. You fill up this form, right? So first off, he asks you that how much time do you have, like do you at least have 1 to 2 hours a day to learn trading, right? And then he asks the what's the long term strategy, long term goal to get into trading, and what is the biggest struggle so far to reach your goal. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your trading journey so far? And then the name, the last name and the phone number, the most basic information, and then email. And then you get the financial question, which is if you, they basically qualify you if you have the financial capacity to afford his thing, right? And then they ask you how much money do you have, like, right? So if you are willing to invest in yourself or not. And then once you fill up this form, you get this on your screen, and this forward you to a low ticket funnel, right? Or also you will get this email quickly, which does the same thing, which push you to this sales page, right? So this is a low ticket sales page, and the whole point is to basically sell this $97 product, right? So we have the headline on the top, a simple VSL, and then what is the, is that skill for you, is the golden skill for you. And then what's the skill itself, what's inside this program, what is like what's inside this low ticket program. And then how this skill works, and why trading is the better business model other than other business models. And then there's some case studies and proof. And then how he like went from a broke to a rich at this age, young age. And then the more proof, and then FAQs, right? So that's pretty much it. And once you, if you are willing to invest, then you simply click on this button, and you go on this low ticket checkout page, and you simply buy that thing with your card, right? So that is exactly how he makes 1 million a month. And that is all you need to know, and that is exactly how he makes 1 million per month. The most important source would be to install these four beliefs in your content, and simply screenshot that, use that, and go through these four questions every single time you are creating any kind of content or any kind of marketing material, so that you can make sure that you make most amount of money humanly possible. And yeah, if you want me to install any of these systems in your business, whether that's VSL funnel or a webinar funnel, or you want me to start or help you launch and start your coaching business one on one, you can just click the first link in the description and book a call. And yeah, that's it. God bless.